Pay homage to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Faithful devotees, dear brothers and sisters in the Dhamma, today also we are going to explain continuously about last topic of Rupa chapter about the Nibbana. I think everyone already know 4 types of Paramatta, no? The Chitta, Chetasika, Rupa, and Nibbana. Now we already study 3 of Paramatta. Now it is the time to study Nibbana. About the definition of Nibbana. Nibbanang pana lokottara sankhatang chatun agga jnanena satchikathabba maggapala adivasen, they explain the Pali. Nibbana is termed supermundane, and is to be released by the knowledge of the 4 paths. It becomes an object to the path and fruits. And it's called Nibbana because it is a departure from craving, which an entanglement. Now, according to that sentence explanation, Nibbana is a Lokuttara, supermundane. Lokuttara, the Nibbana is must be object for the Lokuttara Chitta. Now, do you remember how many Lokuttara Chitta? 4 Magga, 4 Phala. Briefly, in detail, there are 20 Magga Chitta, there are 20 Phala Chitta. What is the object of Lokuttara Chitta? It is Nibbana. Without Nibbana object cannot appear any of Lokuttara Chitta. They are all the time Sotapatti Magga, Sotapatti Phala, etc. Every time the Lokuttara Chitta arises because of Nibbana object. Because of that, we call Nibbana is termed supermundane. Okay, one more thing. There are how many supermundane Dhamma? Now we know about according to the Pali, we call Nava Lokuttara Dhamma. There are 9 types of supermundane Dhamma. What are the 9? Sotapatti Magga, Sotapatti Phala. Sakadagami Magga, Sakadagami Phala. Anagami Magga, Anagami Phala. Arahatta Magga, Arahatta Phala, and Nibbana. Those are 9 we call supermundane. Now, according to the now all the time we are reciting the Dhamma Vandananu, Swakahato, Bhagavata Dhammo, Sandittiko, Akaliko, etc. Those are qualities also of supermundane Dhamma. Now, actually, when we are reciting about the Dhamma's quality meaning, the super Dhamma's quality. Okay. Now we have to understand there are 9 types of super Dhamma. And is to be released by the knowledge of the four paths. Especially if someone want to get the Nibbana, want to understand Nibbana, want to know clearly Nibbana, then by knowledge of four paths. Sotapatti, the knowledge of Sotapatti Magga, knowledge of Sakadagami Magga, knowledge of Anagami Magga, knowledge of Arahatta Magga. By four Magga, we can see clearly Nibbana. Okay? That's why it becomes an object to the path and fruits. Now we know about the how many paths and how many fruits. Marga Phala. There are path knowledge and fruition knowledge. This Nibbana becomes the object for the 8 supermundane chitta, 8 Magga and Phala. And it's called Nibbana because it is a departure from craving. Important thing. Nibbana. Nibbana is Vana Sankata Tanhaya Nikkanta Nibbana. The Pali we call the Vana. Vana it's called craving, Tanha. Release the craving. Departure from craving. It's called Nibbana. Nivana. Later also we can get the meaning. What is the Nibbana clearly? But briefly, you should try to get the meaning. The Vana Sankataya Tanhaya. The Pali. Vana Sankataya Tanhaya. Vana is called Tanha. Means Vana is called craving. Nikkantang Nibbana. Nikkanta. Nikkanta departure, free from craving, it's called Nibbana. Okay, which is the entanglement. Nibbattati pavattati. Now, in any way, now you have to understand the brief meaning of Nibbana. There are 4 categories of ultimate realities. What are the 4 categories? Consciousness, chitta, mental factors, cetasika, meta or materialities, they are rupa and nibbana. How many chitta? There are 89 or 121. How many cetasika? There are 52. How many rupa? There are 28. Nibbana is only 1. Now this short section deals with the last ultimate reality is Nibbana. Now this is the time for the studies Nibbana. Okay, the Nibbana. What's the meaning of Nibbana? Nibbana is etymologically Sanskrit we call Nirvana. Sanskrit we call Nirvana, derived from word Nibbati. Nibbati, to be blown out or to be extinguished, signifies the extinguishing of the worldly fires, greed, hatred, and delusion. Now you know there are normally there are 10 types of fire in the world. Actually, there are 10 types of defilements we call fire. Lobha, dosa, moha, etc. There are 10 types of defilements. Because of this fire, always burn up, always burning our life. And because of defilement, we rebirth again and again in samsara. If someone can burn out of fire, can stop the fire, then he already entered the Nibbana. He already attained the Nibbana. The Nibbana means, according to the Pali commentaries, Nibbana, Nivana, the Nibbana word, we divide Nivana. Negation of or departure from the entanglement of craving. It's called Nibbana. Vanato Nikantan Nibbana, Pali. Vanato Nikantan Nibbana. Negation of or departure from the entanglement of craving. As long as one is entangled by craving, one remaining bound in samsara, the circle of birth and death. When all craving has been eradicated or extirpated, one attain nibbana, deliverance from the circle of birth and death. That's why if someone attain nibbana, meaning he already cut off samsara life. No more new life. Everything he cut off. Okay. The another meaning, nibbana, is super mundane, lokuttara. Nibbana is a lokuttara, lokuttara dhamma. Lokuttara meaning loka uttara. Loka uttara. There are two words combined together, lokuttara. Loka means the world or clinging aggregates, which are object of the pains. Now, there are loka meaning the world. It's one meaning. Another one, the clinging aggregates, upadana khanda, or object of the pains, asava. Uttara meaning adhika, surpassed, exceeding. What is the meaning lokuttara? So lokuttara means surpassing the world, super mundane, exceeding the world, exceeding the five aggregates we call super mundane. The clinging aggregates are object of asava. Important thing. Now you know about the tain. No? There are four types of tain: kamasava, sensual tain; bhavasava, existent tain; ditthasava, wrong view tain; avijjasava, ignorance tain. There are four types of asava. The clinging aggregates are objects of asava. Because of clinging aggregates, panchupadakanda, again and again strongly arising asava in your life, in your heart. So when we arise in asava, meaning you always commit the akusala, commit the defilements. You are always associating defilements. Because of defilement, because of akusala, you can rebirth again and again in the samsara. But nibbana cannot be object of asava. Nibbana cannot be object for the asava. So nibbana is surpassing the world, the passing the world. Now nowadays everyone want to get nibbana. They had their own strong wishes to be. I want to get the nibbana, but no enough. Sometimes you're verbally, you're always wishing idam me punyang nibbanasa paccaya hotu. This merit helpful to get the nibbana. But actually, every time we are offering dana, we are keeping sila, we are observing sila, and we are practicing dhamma. Important thing, if someone want to get nibbana in this life, you should meditate, samatha and vipassana, both meditate. Both meditation subjects very important for us to cut off our defilement, especially vipassana meditation. Okay, without practice vipassana meditation, we cannot enter the nibbana. We cannot get the nibbana. Okay, we are still in the ordinary worldly life, in the worldly world. Now this way you have to understand. The another meaning nibbana is to be released by the knowledge of the 4 paths. Chatu Magga Jnana Satchika Thabba. Especially if you want to get Nibbana, you should enter Sotapatti Magga, Sakadagami Magga, Anamagami Magga, or Arahata Magga. Without path knowledge, you cannot release the Nibbana, cannot get the Nibbana. For the various noble person, Arya Puggala, Nibbana is established by direct experience. Pacha, established by direct experience. Pachaka Siddhanta. You see, because the usually we are some ordinary person, they are always thinking about the Nibbana, but don't have practical experience. But after listening or after reading some book, then they have image about the Nibbana. Nibbana is like this, like this, like this. But for the various noble person, only can see the Nibbana. Nibbana. Only can see the Nibbana. Becomes an object to the path and fruits. Now you see, the Nibbana is a object, path and fruition knowledge. For good ordinary person, Nibbana is established by inference. Now see, for the usually ordinary person, no? Because they don't have practical knowledge. They are thinking about the Nibbana by inference. Anuloma Vasen. Knowledge that has a conditions Dhamma or a concept as its object is not capable of cutting off and stilling the defilements. But there exists the cutting off and stilling of defilements in the world. So by inference, there must be a single Dhamma called Nibbana, which is opposed the condition and conventional Dhamma, bring about the cutting off and stilling of defilements and becomes the object of the path and fruition. Now I think everyone know the meaning of Nibbana. The analyzing about Nibbana. Though Nibbana is one-fold according to its intrinsic nature, Sabhava Dhamma, by reference to a basic for distinction, it is twofold, namely the element of Nibbana with the residue remaining and the element of Nibbana without the residue remaining. It is threefold according to its different aspect, namely void, signless, and desireless. This is very important, no? Because there are one type of Nibbana, two type of Nibbana, three type of Nibbana. Because the Nibbana, we can how we understand Nibbana. Nibbana is one-fold according to its intrinsic nature. Okay. Now we can continue. A single undifferentiated ultimate reality, exclusive supermundane, has one intrinsic nature, Santi Lakkana, the characteristic of peace. And I see Nibbana is a very peace and calm. Bring the unconditioned, deathless element totally transcended to the conditions world. Okay, this is a one type of Nibbana, usually we call Nibbana. Nibbana is twofold by reference to a basis for distinction. Basis of distinctions, the person present or absence of the five aggregates. How we understand? There's a upadhi, what one becomes attached to. Upadhiyati, by attachment to the object of sense desire. The five aggregates, etc. The five aggregates. Says remaining or left over. Now you can combine sa upadhisesa nibbana dhatu. Sa upadhisesa nibbana dhatu. Upadhi, now you know, five aggregates. Sa upadhi means with five aggregates. Sa upadhisesa, five aggregates with the remaining five aggregates. Now, okay, they have the Pali for English. The Nibbana element, Nibbana Dhatu, Nibbana element, together with the remaining five aggregates after eradication of all defilements. Now you see, so Sa Upadhi says Nibbana Dhatu, meaning the Nibbana element together with the remaining five aggregates after eradication of all defilements, especially our Lord Buddha, when he stay under the Bodhi tree, then after practicing the meditation and the full early morning of Vesak day, he eradicate all type of defilements, including everything, but nothing remaining. But remaining only five aggregates. Still, he's living being, but he not yet passed away. But he already eradicate all type of defilements. This is a moment we call Sopadhisesa Nibbana Dhatu. Anupadhisesa Nibbana Dhatu, number 2. The Nibbana element without any aggregates remaining. Now, our Lord Buddha, 45 years after enlightenment, he passed away in the Upavatana royal path between two royal trees. At that moment, we call the Anupadhisesa Nibbana Dhatu, the Nibbana element without any remaining aggregates remaining. Now, how we understand twofold by reference of Nibbana? According to the chart, the element of Nibbana with the residue remaining. The element of Nibbana without the residue remaining. Okay, one by one. Presence of five aggregates, but absent of five aggregates. Now different between. Experienced by Arahat, attained with the demise of the Arahat. Because usually, you know, every Arahat noble person, when they attain to the fruit samapatti, attainment, fruition attainment, at that time he can get experience of arahatship, and same way some arahat and anagami, when they attain the nirodha samapatti, at that time also they can get the experience of nibbana, experience of the the powerful concentration. But attained with the demise of the arahat. Because after passed away, the passed away. This is a anupadisesa nibbana dhatu. With residue remaining, sopadisesa, but without residue remaining. Because usually the arahat, the who the when they passed away, just like turn off the light, and the light after turn off, light disappear. No, we cannot find anywhere. The same way, this is a mind of arahat. In the last moment. Although the defilements have all been extinguished, the residue of aggregates acquired by past clinging remaining through the duration of the arahat's life. But the 5 aggregates are discarded and are never acquired again. The extinguished of the defilements, kilesa parinibbana, but the extinguishment of aggregates, khanda parinibbana, are now different between two nibbana. Relinquishing cut off the defilements and cut off the aggregates. Under our Lord Buddha, under the Bodhi tree at Buddha Gaya, he get the Sopadisesa Nibbana Dhatu. And between the twin Sala trees at Kushinara, he get the Anupadisesa Nibbana Dhatu. Anupasi Nibbana Dhatu. This is between, what is the meaning of two type of Nibbana. Okay. About the Nibbana, they are threefold according to different aspect. Now, usually every meditators all the time practicing anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Anicca is impermanent, suffering, and non-self. After seeing the nama rupa or aggregates, bases, element, whatever things, he can practice anicca, anicca, anicca. All are the rupa anicca, nama anicca, rupa kando anicca, vedana kando anicca, etc. When he's practicing anicca, anicca, anicca again and again, some meditators after get experience of anicca, then he can practice dukkha, and same way after anatta. Then who has experience of anicca, dukkha, anatta, this is a way for enter the nibbana. There are 3 ways for enter the nibbana. Maybe for after practicing anicca, dukkha, or anatta. According to that experience, there are 3-fold type of nibbana. Sunyata, void. Animitta, signless. Appanhita, desireless. Someone practicing anicca again and again, because of the experience of anicca, then he can get the experience during the vipassana path or Sotapatti Magga moment, the signless, they can get the experience of signless. Because why? Because of the anicca. Because of anicca, his way to nibbana is animitta way. His way is way of animitta. Someone practicing dukkha, because of the experience of dukkha, every desirable thing, happiness thing, become ending. There's a desireless, appanhita. This is the way of nibbana. And someone practicing anatta, because of the experience of anatta, no more atta, no, then void. devoid of greed, hatred, and delusion, etc. But anyway, we have to know the brief meaning of three types of Nibbana. Sunyata first, void. It is devoid of greed, hatred, and delusion, both as object and as associate Dhamma. Object, greed, hatred, and delusion cannot take Nibbana as an object. Association Nibbana cannot be associated with greed, hatred, and delusion. It is devoid of all that is conditions. It is we call Sunyata. Signless, Nanimitta, it is free from the signs of greed, hatred, and delusion. It is free from the sign of all conditions things. Desireless, Apanihita, it is free from the hankering wishes of greed, hatred, and delusion. It is absent of the desire, wish, which is craving. Okay, this is the meaning of Nibbana. Now, summary. Padang Achyutang Achantang Asankatang Anuttarang Nibbana-miti Bhasita, etc. explain. The great seers who are free from craving declare that Nibbana is an objective state which is deathless, absolutely endless, unconditioned, and unsurpassed. Thus, as fourfold, the Tathagatas reveal the ultimate realities, consciousness, mental factors, metta and nibbana. Metta and nibbana. Now, nibbana is we call achyuta. Achyuta. Achyuta means deathless because of absence of death. Means when is rebirth again and again in the samsara, we have to death. We can get the death moment again and again. But deathless, amata, means after attain nibbana, he not going to rebirth again. That's why nibbana is called deathless. Endless, achanta, it has gone beyond any end of limit. Because after attain nibbana, nothing to do anything, everything finish, everything end. Unconditioned, asankata, it is not something that has been formed as a result of casual conditions. Now, you know, there are two types of Dhamma in the world, Sankata and Asankata. Conditions Dhamma and unconditioned Dhamma. Our Lord Buddha, no, only Nibbana is Asankata. Except Nibbana, remain all things in the world, it's called Sankata. Conditions things. But Nibbana is Asankata, unconditioned thing, unconditioned. Anuttara, unsurpassed, anuttara. Because nothing surpasses it, or because by reason there is nothing that can be called higher. Actually, our Lord Buddha is a higher person. Lord Buddha's morality higher than all the beings. Lord Buddha's the concentration also higher than all the beings. Lord Buddha's wisdom also higher than all the beings. Our Lord Buddha's attainment also higher than all the beings. our Lord Buddha's the Nibbana experience of Nibbana also higher than all the beings. That's why Nibbana is called Anuttara, unsurpassed. Okay. The Arahatas are great seers, Mahesayo, because they look for great things, namely the aggregates of various conduct. Vanamutta, free from entanglement, because they are free of, have completely moved away from the entanglement, vana, which is craving. This concludes the analysis of the 4 categories of ultimate realities in the first 6 chapters of Abhidhammatta Sangaha. Now we already know about the consciousness chitta, mental factors cetasika, meta and materiality about the rupa, nibbana also rupa. About the chitta and chitta process, everything we study under the first, third, fourth, and 5th chapter. And about the mental factors, we study already under the 2nd chapter. About the rupa and nibbana also, we already study under the 6th chapter. Now, I think everyone know clearly about the nibbana. Then if someone want to get nibbana, want to get experience of nibbana, want to release of nibbana in this life, you should practice Dhamma according to Lord Buddha's teaching. Our Lord Buddha mentioned in the Sotapatti Anga Sutta, there are 4 things you should have to fulfill to enter the Sotapatti. First of all, Sappurisa Sansevo. You should associate good person who can give Dhamma, who has experience of meditation, who is teaching about the Nibbana way. Those are good person you should associate. And Saddhamma Savana, you should listen to Dhamma, the really Dhamma, because nowadays the many type of Dhamma teachers, Dhamma speakers in the world, there are I don't know their own experience or not, but anyway, there are lot of the different explanation. But you should try to find the good Dhamma speaker, and who is going to speak Dhamma in the right way, in the who can guide us in the right way. This is important. Number 2. Number 3 is Yoniso Manasikara, practicing wise attention or proper attention. Now, in your daily life, when he associating people or gathering with the people, or when he living with the people in the world, you should to know what is the Yoniso Manasikar and what is the Ayoniso Manasikar. What is the right wise attention and what is the unwise attention. Because of the right attention, you can develop wholesome and concentration clearly. Again and again, unarisen, wholesome to arise, and arise and wholesome to develop and keep longer. This is we call the right attention. What is the unwise attention? Improper attention, Ayoniso Manasikara, is unarisen. Unarise and unwholesome to arise, or arise and unwholesome to keep longer, to develop. This is a not good way. That's why the meditators and every practitioner, you should try to get the yoniso manasikar in your life. Every time after seeing something, you don't attach. You try to get the vipassana thought, means the whatever I seen, everything anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Whatever I'm listening, everything anicca, dukkha, anatta. Whatever I smell, whatever I get taste, whatever I get tangible, everything. This way, slowly by slowly, you try to increase your yoniso manasikar in your life. This is the third one. The fourth one we call dhammanu dhamma patipatti. Dhamma anu dhamma patipatti. Dhamma anu dhamma patipatti. Dhamma is lokuttara dhamma, super 9 times super Monday. 4 path, 4 fruition, and nibbana. And anudhamma patipatti, what is the way for the what is the way to release the Navalokottara Dhamma? That way is we call Samatha Vipassana meditation. Without practicing Samatha and Vipassana, you cannot enter the Nibbana, you cannot release the Nibbana. The Samatha always good for us to control our defilement and fulfill our 5 faculties and the 7 enlightenment factors, etc. Very, very useful. The Samatha always giving good support condition for us to develop the Vipassana in future. Because of the Samatha knowledge, Samatha concentration, Samatha light always giving good guides for us to practice Vipassana. Now this way, who can develop or who can fulfill the 4 things about the associating good person, listening good Dhamma, and practicing Yoniso Manasikara and Samatha Vipassana meditation. According this way, you can release Nibbana in this life. In this life. Now, this is a meaning, because if someone always we are talking about the Nibbana, actually someone said the Nibbana, someone after death, they has the wish, I want to get the good life, I want to get the good person, I want to go Deva world, I want to live in the Brahma world, etc. But every world, every existence are impermanent, cannot be permanent. That's why our Lord Buddha mentioned Ukkitta punya tejena kama rupa gatingata. Because of the power of the punya, of the meritorious deed, our life can rebirth in the Deva world, after we can rebirth in the Brahma world, etc. until end of the world. But Tava Digayuka Santa Chavanti Ayusanka, who has a long life, anyway, after finished lifespan, he must backward, or maybe come back again to the normal world, sensual world, or woeful world. Natti kochi bhavo nicho. Our Lord Buddha said, no, don't have any permanent place in the world. Now you should but nowadays everyone afraid to the coronavirus. Everyone fighting with the virus. Now we are taking the many types of supplement, and we are always taking good care for the fight with the virus. Why? Because this is our karma, and because nowadays the many peoples are doing commit lot of akusala. Because of the akusala karma, many people killing, stealing, and etc. Lot of akusala, they commit akusala. Because the power of the akusala, the nature of the world also providing the virus to destroy the human being, because they're not keeping the good qualities. That's why who keeping the good qualities, who practicing Dhamma always protect us. But we don't know our karma. Anyway, we should practice Dhamma. Dhamma is protect us. Now nowadays everyone preparing for the Vesak day to celebrate the Vesak. But Vesak is a very important for the Buddhists. Our Lord Buddha's birth, enlightenment, passed away that day. It is very important for us. But now, because of the coronavirus, we cannot celebrate the nicely. We cannot gather to the one place. But anyway, we should clean your mind, and you should try to keep a good observe sila, and try to practice meditation to develop our mind, and you try to practice Dhamma to fight with the coronavirus. This is now the everyone has the what the global golden the destination. Actually, everyone the wishing, I want to get the Nibbana. Now, may all of you be practice Dhamma. May all of you be develop your Dhamma experience, especially Samatha Vipassana meditation. May all of you be healthy and well and happy after fulfill your own parami and attain Nibbana soon.
Okay, there's a question on the screen, Bhante. Good morning, Bhante. You mentioned one must fulfill 4 requirements to attain Nibbana in this life. What is the last point?
Sorry?
About the 4 requirements to attain Nibbana in this life. What is the last point?
Samatha Vipassana meditation.
So it's the
first one is
Dhamma Patipatti, is it?
Yeah, Dhammanudhamma Patipatti.
Yes, sorry, Bhante, can you repeat the first one?
First one is Sappurisa Samsevo, associating good person. Saddhamma Savanam, listening good Dhamma. And Yoniso Manasikaro, practicing proper attention. Dhammanudhamma Patipatti, practicing Samatha Vipassana meditation.
Bhante, another question. Bhante, if one has not attained jhana, will it be useful for him or her to practice at mental level anicca, dukkha, and anatta?
Yeah, the meaning is, that's why Lord Buddha mentioned there are the 2 ways to develop our mind, Samatha way and Vipassana way. Who has the experience jhana, meaning he already fulfilled the Samatha meditation. But someone doesn't have experience with Samatha, doesn't have experience with attainment of jhana, but he can practice Vipassana. Then if he want to get good practice anicca dukkha anatta, this is Vipassana way. Then the very useful the mental level, means about the chitta, cetasika, everything, no, to practice anicca dukkha anatta.
Okay, Bhante, can I ask a question for the previous lesson? Okay, Bhante, I look at the Sapatikang, Olarikang, and Santike. All of these, the rupa are the same. Yeah.
Same.
So, but I understand what is Sapatikang. Okay, but I don't understand why is it say it is why is it say it is gross and near?
Yeah, something then nearby. Nearby means like adjatika, internal.
Nearby, internal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like because the Sapatika Olarika very nearby, very easy to see us, very easy to understand. That's why
Very.
because Santiki.
Oh, okay. So it's like, for example, in Iti Driang, Purisa Driang, because it is Apatikang and Sukuman, so it's more difficult to understand. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
because we need the quite deep Rupa knowledge and Rupa knowledge to see the about the difference between Itindra Purusendri.
Oh,
Not
that's why
easy.
yeah, okay. That's why it is found and it is
Yes.
it is a Sukuman. Okay. Thank you. Another question in Chinese, so we should translate. 可否请问心跳属于哪种设法引领？ He's asking when our heart beats, it is actually led by which Rupa Dhamma?
Heart is a Kamajarupa. Heart is Kamajarupa. But sometimes produced some root from heart is Chittajarupa.
Okay, so it is sorry, Pandit, again.
Heart base is Kamajarupa, Kamabon Rupa.
Yes.
But sometimes the heart base can produce some Rupa. It is Chittajarupa. The Chittajarupa always arises from the heart base.
So the heartbeat is led by
Chittajarupa.
Chittaja, not Kamaja.
Yeah,
Right? Kamaja is only because
Kamaja also
because
they mix together. The heartbeat, the quickly the heartbeat the Kamajarupa, then the heartbeat is Kamajarupa.
Heartbeat is Kamajarupa. It's led by Kamajarupa.
Yeah, Kamajarupa and the Chittajarupa also they're together, but they all together they're combined. No, I cannot say exactly this is one, this one, this one.
OK，尊者是说，心跳是结合叶深色和心深色。Another Chinese， 请问菩萨在证悟佛陀时，是观入初心念明法的无常苦或无我证悟涅槃。Okay, the question is our Bodhisattva, when he attained Nibbana that time, is he observing the anicca, dukkha, or anatta, which one, in his anapana, in his breathing?
Usually the before after sitting of the place, then after destroy the all type of Mara, then when he is starting to practice meditation, first of all he practice Anapana Sati, only for Samatha way. After that Kasina, etc. That's why the first night he attained Obbe Nivasa Nusati Jnana. The midnight he attained Dibba Chakku Jnana. The last night he attained, at that time he practiced deeply Vipassana, Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta, etc. quickly. Then he see the Four Noble Truth and cut off the all asava, pain, and all defilement, and get the Samma Sambuddha, became Samma Sambuddha. At that time, we cannot say exactly he practiced Anicca Dukkha Anatta of Anapanasati. Everything, every the conditioned thing, sankhara, he practiced Anicca Dukkha Anatta. Then that's why after that, attend the Samma Sambuddha, became Samma Sambuddha. This is a way to understand.
When you say every sankhara, meaning nama and rupa.
Yeah, nama and rupa include, yeah, nama and rupa.
Okay, so observing nama rupa of anicca, dukkha, anatta. Because Bhante, I understand what the question is that there are threefold of just now Bhante mentioned there are three folds of nibbana: sunyata, animitta, and apanihita. So any record or any
no, I not remember clearly. Any record.
Another 是否说明会的菩萨都是观无我真涅槃 I need Brother JJ to translate.
Bante, the Hui Pusa, I think Bante, the question is about Panyadika. Sister, can you ask the question in Chinese again?
是否说明会的菩萨都是观无我证悟涅槃？
就是菩萨有3种类型嘛，就是信心型、精进型跟慧的型是3种。然后我只是想要问的是，那因为我们这尊佛陀他是慧的型，然后就是4大阿僧祇劫10万个大劫，所以我想知道他证悟阿拉汉的时候，是不是说属于观无我证悟涅槃？是这个问题。
So Bante, the question asked is because there are 3 types of bodhisattva, Panyadika, Viryadika, and Saddhadika. So now the question is asking that because our Buddha is one of Panyadika, so after 4 Asankhya and 100,000 eons. So for Panyadika Bodhisattva, eventually when they attain Sammasambuddha, become Sammasambuddha, is it that for them they use anatta, they contemplate anatta for the attainment? Is it correct?
Yes, right. We can, but I'm not 100% sure because I also forget. But this also we can understand the Saddhadika, Viryadika later. But usually but every Buddha also practicing Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta, 3 together. But maybe Anatta is a way for the enter the Nibbana because of Panyadika. We can consider like this.
But this is not. Is it written somewhere to say that the Panyadika?
No, I forget. I'm not so clear. I not remember clearly.
尊者是说是可以这样去理解，但是尊者说，因为他不是记得很清楚所以这个尊者说他不是记得很清楚，到底是不是在哪里有记载这样的情况，所以尊者只说可以这样的去理解。然后尊者说，所有的菩萨都是经过修这个观呢无常苦无我，最后体证的。
Sharing means repeat after me. Idam me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Idam me punyang nibbanassa paccayo hotu. Mama punya bhagang sabba sattanang bhajemi. Te sabbe me samang punya bhagang labhantu. Sadhu 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 sukhi hotu nibbana paccayo hotu. Sukhi hotu nibbana paccayo hotu.